Right. So our project board looks more or less the same.
Mm.
So I think last week, we sent out the notification to the local meetup organizers that we will schedule in 1 or 2 weeks. I mean, this depends a little bit also on the feedback from the CNCF, because we requested feedback on the overall program and so on. So if they come back to us afterwards, we can schedule the meeting. And I think that this is very good. In India, they have a very interesting idea that they want to connect the local meetups. So the one in the north together with the one in the south and the west and the east, kind of. So they want to, I don't know, combine this together and coordinate between them, which I find very cool.
Yeah.
So maybe this could also be applied to some other groups. I don't know, in Germany, a few ones, in the US, I think are 2 or 3. So maybe this could be an interesting idea also to improve that. I think besides that, there's not much traffic on these. The welcome slides. Let's open it up. So we reached, no, this is the wrong one. We reached out to the CNCF to create a template for us. And this is tracked in another one, in another topic. But we need to fill out a creative brief. So they have a more like guidelines, what we would like to communicate with the branding and the design and so on. So this is kind of connected to this one as well, because we are talking about slides. I think we need to follow up on this one, but overall, like welcome slides is not a big deal. I think we can create this in an hour or 2, and then we can get the feedback and then have a final version, kind of. So I'm not too worried about this one. I just talked about this. Meeting with the local meetup organizers. Yeah, I think we can take this maybe in a week or 2 that we look into this.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end, this is just like a summary of everything which we are planning. So there's not any surprises, I think. I'm curious how many local meetup organizers will stay on board on the program, but I mean, that's natural that a few will come and go, kind of. The virtual one, the virtual tag, virtual meetup, I'm a little bit waiting on the feedback from the CNCF, what they think about the overall idea, because this is like mentioned as next to the local meetups, this like highlighted. So I think they will share some feedback. I hope so. But I think this is not urgent.
Okay.
Maybe what we need, or what could be good to define CFP guidelines and already reaching out to folks, or kind of preparing that, because so if we want to establish like a proper process, this will take time, because we need first to reach out, then people need to respond, they need to make up their minds on do I want to talk, what I want to talk. So they need at least like a couple of weeks to draft their proposals, and then we need to review them. So I think we should maybe start with this soonish, maybe like in this week, next week. But about like the agenda, I think we have time.
It makes sense to start with this soon. It takes quite some time, especially for kind of speakers to decide if they can join and participate as a speaker, and also it takes time to prepare the session. So if we reach out too late, then they may not have enough time to prepare.
Yeah.
that makes sense to start soon. I think we can also use our Twitter accounts like to start spreading information about this event as well.
Yep. Definitely. So maybe we can. So we could just make it like very simple that we have a form, a Google form, where you can enter a few details which you usually find, title and so on, speaker bio. And we could update the website site to mention it. And then we could tweet about that.
Yeah, that sounds.
Are there any requirements? Must the person be like working in industry, or it can be from academic or anything like that?
Could you repeat that?
Yeah, for the speakers that we're inviting, must the person be from academics or industry?
It's so our goals are, so we have like the goal to connect end users, and we have also the goal of connecting maintainers. So the focus, like our focus is not that we have like a university conference with where we present papers. So we are industry focused, I would say, but because our field is very much new and there's like a lot of things in motion, I think it's very good to involve people from the university too. So if you, for example, know someone who might be interested, I think this can be very interesting to talk about some university papers, because we also mentioned this in. So, for example, if you look at the Kepler project, they refer to university papers from time to time too. So I think this transition makes sense. So we should not just focus on the industry, but if there's like an opportunity, I think this can be interesting. Also, one of the local meetup organizers is actually a professor in Berlin. So
maybe we can also coordinate with Green Software Foundation if they can spread the word as well, since they also have like a speaker base. That could be
maybe we can
valuable.
Maybe we can also invite them to give a talk about their some of their what they have been working on.
Totally. That CFP form, should we just should we have a would you shall I create it, or you, or how shall we do that?
You can create it if you have. Yeah, you should. Can you create new files here? So I linked the folder. I think you can.
Let me see. Let's see.
Also share the link. I think everybody has edit access.
Let's see. Yeah, seems like I have the edit access.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you like, you could create the CFP form. I think it's kind of basic, so we don't need like anything special.
Yeah. Yeah, no worries, I can do that.
And then we need to define somewhere how we select talks. But I think we can do this in the same fashion. Maybe we can do this async here over comments. I think at the end it's like not like the selection process. We can just look at like what are we doing for KubeCon, so we can probably just copy over some selection principles. Next one. The badges, there's no update here. I can ask Katie again, but I don't think this is like urgent. Like, I think this falls also under the let's wait a little bit longer so the CNCF has enough time to review the entire program, because I think they will also look at this and then probably share their ideas. So I think this is not too urgent. The survey, so we looked into this last time. Mercy, did something changed from the last version?
Not really. I've not really checked, but I think I saw the feedbacks from others, so I can just check if those feedbacks have been added. If not, I can add it. And I think there was a comment from you as well, like if we can have like a place for suggestion, so I can as well have it on document, so people can put their suggestion on it. Then we can transfer to the forms.
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah. Other than that, I think the surveys already look very good. I think I mentioned this also last time, we can also ask Linux Foundation Research to review them. So maybe we can do this end of maybe next week. So if you browsed through the survey, Mercy.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. So
I was going to ask a question too. For the badge, we just have to have a design for like a design for CNCF tag, right?
You mean the badge here? This one? Yeah, we need, so I haven't done this process, but I think it's pretty much straightforward. The Linux Foundation has an account and they can issue those credit badges, and they can issue them to email addresses. So that's basically what we need, together with a design, and that's it, kind of. So they need to know, okay, this is the logo, and then maybe there's like a description to it or something, and then they need a list of email addresses where these badges are issued. And I think the design and the description, maybe there's like something more to it. We can do this now.
Yeah, because for the design, I think I should help in that area.
You could help with the design?
Yeah, with the design, yes.
This would be awesome, yeah. So there's did you saw some of the other Credly badges? So for example, from KubeCon or other conferences. So maybe we can have the second is similar, so in a similar family, kind of.
I have to check. I'm not sure I know for.
Okay, I can otherwise let me write this down so I can afterwards can send you a link. So you have like some, I don't know, inspiration.
Examples, yes.
Awesome. That's very, very nice. Okay. Cool. The survey, social media promotion. So Nancy reached out to the PR CNCF team over email, and they are looking into it. So they're discussing, brainstorming ideas, how to promote this event, what they can do what they can do about it, and so on. So I think this is in motion, which is nice. I think this, I don't know if they set like a timeline. I don't, but I think this will take at least like a week or two. But I think this is in motion. That's great. The brochure. Right, this was an idea from which came up in Slack to create like some kind of like paper document which you can distribute, maybe even online. But so I think that not much has happened here. I think so. This is also mentioned in the where is it? We have this somewhere. Artworks. So it's kind of also underneath the artworks one, so that the CNCF can create artworks for us, including the slides template and also these brochure template, and then we can just fill it out at the end. I think it's very similar to the welcome slides, maybe just a little bit more information. So I'm not too worried about that. Yeah. Let's put this together here. So the website is this is like a continuous effort. It's up, and then we just update it along the way. I think this is fine. The gifts. I don't think there has been more traffic on this one. I think in the last meeting, we kind of settled on having a simple, just sharing gift codes, and that's it. So we don't burden us too much, and we can expand maybe in upcoming events more. So I think this is also not like huge, because then we can just reach out to Katie and she can issue a couple of discount codes for us, and we can then put them on slides and so on. So I think this is also not it's not time sensitive right now.
So it will not be like gifts for every attendee, right? It's like just a few that will be, how do you say, chosen.
Yeah,
can win.
So I think everybody, so we can create a discount code that you have, I don't know, 50% off on virtual attendance for KubeCon, and this can be just shared across everybody. So it's like a public code which we can put on slides.
Yeah.
And then for speakers, we can then maybe, I don't know, have like a discount code for like any certification or something.
Yeah. Maybe even see CNCF store if that can be of relevance. But yeah, I think that's what we landed last time as well. It seems like a very lightweight option that seems possible. And since we don't have budget, like to begin with, that kind of sounds like a good option.
Yeah. I also like the idea that we could do something at KubeCon, but I would put this like aside kind of, because it does not target everybody. Not everybody is going to KubeCon. So I think we can maybe from the tag, we can just have, I don't know, going all to dinner or something. We probably get funds from the CNCF for that. I would be hopeful. Right, and that's about that. I would keep this like very simple, and then, as we also discussed last time, and then we can expand in future events more on this and just try out a little bit more new things. Right now, everything is new a little bit, so let's keep this simple. True. And the artworks, right? I think next, so this is like something we need to work on this week, next week, soon. So there is, I don't know if you saw it. So there's like this creative brief, and Amy asked me to fill this out, and I uploaded, where is it? A document, which kind of is empty. It's basically just copied over, and we need to fill this out. I can work on this a little bit this week. If somebody else would like to work on this too, feel free. It's basically just describing, okay, what is the purpose, background? Okay, it's an event. We know okay, it's talking about sustainability, cloud native sustainability, and so on. So I think no surprises here. We just need to fill it out and send it so the design team can work on designs. Yeah. That's all the issues, I think. Yeah.
Leo, regarding the brochure, I was just curious, like the content of the brochure, does it say some more details in the issue? I think I've missed out on that one. Like what should the brochure include? Is it like just what something local meetup organizers can use to describe their event and its connection to the Cloud Native Sustainability Week, or will it include guidelines for arranging the meetup, or is it to be shared with the attendees?
So there's not, we don't have, so this template is very bare. It's like basically like one of the standard templates. So there's not much to this one. Let me see, wait. Let me open up the Google Docs, Google Drive. I mean. So this is the one in Korean. They create the Korean Cloud Native team created this like on their own. So it, to me, this reads like an overview about everything, kind of like the CNCF. What is Cloud Native sustainability as well? This looks like the location, but I'm not sure. And like an introduction to probably what the week is. I mean, I could translate this. So I think, I don't know, I think this is like a good approach that we have, that we cover with this brochure, like multiple different sites, that we also cover, that we can distribute this to everybody who is not familiar maybe with the CNCF. So there's like one page about the CNCF. Basically, it's as I also said, it's, to me, I'm thinking about it like a very similar way than we have on the welcome slides, but we just put on more content. So the welcome slides, where are the welcome slides? There it is. So for example, in the welcome slides, it's like info about the tag. I think we can also have like a page about the tag on there. Or we can just copy over a couple of things also from our website. So we can reuse maybe some content. Event abstract, we already have that. We can also copy it over. A world map, I think. So I think we can follow a similar style, which we follow on the welcome slides, and just put them on the brochure and maybe elaborate a little bit more on it. But what do you think? Should we put in anything else? Maybe we can edit here.
Yeah, I was just curious about the background, but then I think it makes sense to have something that in general gives some information about CNCF and the tag and this specific event and its connection to Cloud Native Sustainability Week. So.
Yeah. Maybe there can also be like one section about the event. So if the goal of the brochure is that local meetup organizers are using it, so it's like a template slide or side about
Maybe also a section about kind of the meetup group behind the events, like who are the organizers and how to get involved with that meetup group.
So maybe if we put this in order. Yeah. Yeah, maybe like this. But we can also talk about, for example, this one on the meeting with the local meetup organizers. So if there's, for example, now just like the folks in Korea interested in something like this, and most of the others are just need the slides, the welcome slides, which we plan anyways. Maybe we don't need to work on this because it does not really make much sense. But if there are like a lot of people who would actually use this and share like this brochure with their community, maybe we can put this. So I think maybe for now, I will just put this back. Right. What do you think? Any more comments? Maybe let's put, do we want to add like a new column, like which we want to work on in, until next time, or which we want to focus on until next time? Like this. I don't know. Like I'm messing up the structure of a Kanban board.
Isn't that in progress typically? No.
Yeah, it should be like maybe in progress, but yeah, maybe we can just
in active progress.
This. In active progress. More active.
Yeah.
So artworks. So I think the gifts we can. They were in progress. No, they are not. Like the website page, I think for me, this is kind of like now an ongoing one.
So maybe this one, yeah, since we can create the CFP, at least I added a comment there that I'll do that.
Yeah, the badges for the designs, what Mercy mentioned.
Yeah.
And then also the survey. So I think that's it. Social media promotion. So we are waiting on feedback. So nothing we can do right now from our side. The welcome slides, we are kind of, it's connected to the artworks. So we first need to send the creative brief. Meeting with the local meetup organizers is in progress, or I mean, we will have this in beginning of August. So I think this is looking good.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else before we end the call?
Not from me, at least.
Right. And thanks that you made the time and joined this call. And have a great rest of the day. Have a great weekend.
Yeah.
After tomorrow.
Yeah.
Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Have a good day. Bye.